also. For those of you that are on Zoom, please let me advise you that you are to conduct yourselves as though you were in court with me. These are official court proceedings, and as such, you should not be walking around. You should not be driving a vehicle. If you are at work, you should find a quiet place to speak with the court when your case comes before me. I will be calling the calendars this morning. For those of you that are defendants, know that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. If you would like to apply for the public defender to represent you in this matter, I'll be happy to give you that opportunity today if you have not already done so. And at the end of my presentation, I will allow someone from the public defender's office to explain to you how you can seek their services today and qualify to see if you qualify for their services. This is many of these are arraignment calendars. As such, you will be pleading guilty or not guilty today. We also have a final plea calendar and a status conference calendar along with a show cause calendar. If you do qualify for the public defender, then they will be representing you in this matter. If you have a private attorney, they will be representing you in this matter. If you don't have an attorney, I will give you the opportunity to speak with one of the solicitors who are with us today to see what their offer is, so that you may consider resolving the matter today. If you do not resolve the matter today, know that you have the right to either a bench trial or a jury trial in this matter. The bench trials and the jury trials will be held before me at some time in the not so distant future. Let's see, who do we have online? Let's see that we have Ms. Helen on. Ms. Helen, are you with me?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Would you please let people know how they can apply for your services this morning if they choose to?
Yes, Judge, I'll put a message in the chat. It'll include an email address as well as a phone number if you are requesting the services of the public defender's office, so that we can reach out and contact you, so that we can also submit to you a application to see if you qualify for our services. So I'll submit that message now.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Ellen. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
All right, let's start with the Orca Beach show cause calendar. These cases were on an initial calendar. At the time of the last calendar, the defendants did not show. I gave them one opportunity, which is today, to be present before issuing a bench warrant to in the matters. Position number one, Donald Allison. Donald Allison. Is Mr. Allison present? Good morning, Ms. Riley and Ms. Githia. Bench warrant request?
Good morning, Your Honor. ASG Riley requesting a bench warrant.
Okay, a bench warrant will be granted unless Mr. Allison appears by the end of the calendar today. Position two, Mamie Armstrong. Mamie Armstrong. Bench warrant will be issued if Ms. Armstrong does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position three, Robert Berry.
Same announcement, Your Honor.
Bench warrant will be granted if Mr. Berry does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position four, Therese Brayboy. Bench warrant will be issued if Ms. Brayboy does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position five, Tyler Davis. Bench warrant will be issued if Mr. Davis does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position six, Maharan Enia, Xenia.
Statement requested bench warrant. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Githia. Bench warrant will be issued if the defendant does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position 7, Michael Khodabash. Kodabash. Bench warrant will be issued if Mr. Kodabash does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position 8, Wakithia Moore.
Here.
Good morning, Ms. Moore. How are you today?
Good morning.
Ms. Moore, do you have a private attorney representing you in this matter?
No,
Would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender today?
no,
Would you like to speak with the solicitor to see what their offer is in the matter?
yes,
All right, we'll give you that opportunity. Just note, Ms. Moore, you have a right to counsel in this matter. This court is giving you the opportunity to speak with a public defender who will defend you free of charge if you qualify. I cannot make you seek the assistance of a public defender, although I would highly suggest it. But that is up to you. Okay. All right.
Your Honor, would you like me to place the offer on the record?
Yes, let me let Ms. Moore know what she's charged with. Ms. Moore, you're charged with in case 22 CR 006477F with loitering and prowling. This charge carries with it a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail. Ms. Githia, what's the offer?
It is 12 months probation, a $200 fine, or 20 hours of community service, ballot suspended upon completion.
all right.
Okay. What would you like to do, Ms. Moore? Do you want to accept that
20
offer?
hours of community service.
12 months probation, a $200 fine, and was it 20 hours of community service, Ms. Githia?
It was either the fine or the community service.
Right.
Right, yeah, correct.
Community service.
Okay, so you would like to accept the state's offer?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes,
Okay. Do you have the ability to receive paperwork?
yes, I do.
All right, Ms. Githia, if you can put your information in the chat, Ms. Githia will send you the forms for a plea.
Sent her my mailing address.
No, it wouldn't. Well, if we mailed it, you wouldn't get it for another 4 or 5 days. We plan on completing this today. Do you have an email address that you can put into the chat?
Yeah.
All right, you need to go ahead and do that, okay?
Ain't nobody else gonna see my email address, right?
If you send it directly to Ms. Githia, who is in the chat, no one else will see it, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Position number 9, Raven Rogers. Is Ms. Rogers on the line with us? Bench warrant will be issued if Ms. Rogers does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position 10, Stephanie Vasquez Castillo. Bench warrant will be issued if the defendant does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position 11, Frank Walker. Bench warrant will be issued if Mr. Walker does not appear by the end of the calendar. Let's move on to the Orca v. Status Conference calendar. Position 1, Mark Alden.
Morning, Judge. That's my case.
Your Honor, that case, the no process was submitted. Ms. Helen was CC'd on the email.
Okay, I signed the non-cross. Is Mr. Alden with us this morning?
Yes, Your
Yes,
Honor.
Judge.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Alden. I've signed the null. Good morning, sir. I've signed the null cross in your case. The case has been dismissed. You're free to go. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Alden. Thank you. Judge.
Helen.
Position number 2, Shamikia Barnes.
That is my case, Judge. I have made an entry and appearance in that case. We reviewed the discovery, Judge. We're going to request a jury trial for that case.
Okay. The next jury trials, Ms. Helen, will be in April, so you'll be put on an April jury trial calendar, and you will get notice of that, okay?
Understood, Judge.
All right, thank you. Is Ms. Barnes with us? Okay,
Your Honor, if Ms. Barnes is not present, the state would ask for a bench warrant.
And Judge, I just spoke to Ms. Barnes. Give me an opportunity towards the end of the calendar to produce Ms. Barnes, but I just spoke to her. She may be having some issues logging in.
okay. Ms. Helen, I'll take your representation as an officer of the court. So just let her know that she's being placed on the April jury trial calendar, okay?
Understood, Judge.
All right, thank you. Position number 3, Nancy Baral.
Good morning, Judge. Frank Gaither for Ms. Borelli. She's present. I'll announce pretrial in that case, Judge.
Okay, who is the solicitor handling this?
Good morning, ASG Riley.
Okay, I will allow, good morning, Mr. Gaither. I'll allow you and Ms. Riley to speak on the matter.
Thanks, Judge. Good morning.
We'll be with you. Thank you. Position 4, Leonard Bennett.
Good morning, Judge. That is my case as well. I'm asking that the case, hold this case for Mr. Bennett's report. Here's the situation. He is a landlord and he got summoned to court in the landlord tenant court here in Fulton County Magistrate Court at the same time. So I told him, I said, look, this is a status calendar. I can answer for you. Just make sure you get here as soon as you're done over there in the Magistrate Court.
Okay, that's fine, Mr. Gaither. We'll hold for him to appear.
Thank you.
Have you had the opportunity to speak with them regarding an offer, and do you know what you all plan on doing this morning?
I'm probably, my formal announcement is going to be a pretrial, Judge.
Okay. And Ms. Riley, which cases are yours on the Orca B status conference calendar?
Yes, Your Honor, I have through position 8.
Okay, so 1 through 8, and Ms. Gutierrez, I take it will be the rest of the remainder.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, position 5, Andre Brown.
Good morning, Judge. That's my case. Mr. Brown is present. I will announce pretrial as well.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Brown. We'll be with you. Position number 9, Rebecca De Jesus. I'm
Yes,
sorry,
let's
number
see.
6.
If she should be online, Your Honor, whatever last time this case on the calendar, she did not qualify. She was desperate for my services, so she had a baby and took medical leave. So yesterday she qualified.
Okay,
I filed a motion. I guess I need to talk to a pretrial.
okay. What's your motion?
It was a demur to that charge. It's one of those loitering and prowlings on
Okay.
basis of racing.
So would you like me to put you on the motions calendar so I can hear that? Or do you want to
Yes,
see if you
yes.
can resolve it today?
Well, it's possible we could resolve it.
Okay, all right. So I'm happy to let you speak with Ms. Riley regarding this. Okay. Ms. De Jesus, if you will just hold for the court, we'll be with you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Position number 7, Samaya Dyer.
Good morning, Judge. Frank Gaither for Ms. Dyer. She should be online.
Oh,
Ms.
good
Dyer.
morning.
Hi, good morning, Ms.
Okay,
Dyer.
there you go. I'll announce pretrial, Judge. It's gonna be the case where if the offer hasn't changed, then we're just gonna further notice it to the final plea calendar. But right now, I want to announce pretrial.
Okay, so Ms. Dyer, if you'll hold on for us, we'll be with you. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Position number 8, Sharon Jackson.
Good morning, Your Honor. Melanie Elwanger here on the case. He is present. We'll announce pretrial, please.
Okay. And we'll allow you to speak with Ms. Riley. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Position number 9, Justin Johnson.
Good morning, Judge. I represent Mr. Johnson. Is Justin Johnson present in court? All right. Is Mr. Johnson present on Zoom?
The state requests a bench warrant.
Yeah, no, I have not been able to contact Mr. Johnson, Judge.
Okay, I'll give you to the end of the calendar, Mr. Gaither, to continue to try to contact him. If you're not able to raise him by the end of the calendar, the bench warrant request for the state will be granted.
Understood.
Position 10, Joshua Jones.
Present, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Jones. Let's see. Do you have counsel representing you?
No.
Have you sought the assistance of a public defender?
I emailed this morning. Put my email in the chat.
Okay. Have you previously sought to be represented by a public defender?
No.
Okay, all right. So we'll see if you qualify, Mr. Jones. If you do, the Public Defender's Office will represent you. If you don't, then I'll talk to you at the end of the calendar, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Position 11, DeKez McGee.
Good morning, Judge. That is my case. I believe Mr. McGee is in the court trying to find his way to G33. He just sent me that message, Judge, so he's on his way. Or
I'm here.
thought he was headed into the court, but he's on the Zoom call, Judge. I
Okay.
just received an offer from the state. I'd like to communicate that offer to Mr. McGee, but I do believe we may have a resolution to this case today, Judge.
Okay, I will hold for your announcement, Ms. Helen. Position 12, Keenan McKnight.
Good morning, Judge. I represent Mr. McKnight. He is present. I'll announce pretrial in that case as well, Judge.
Okay, good morning, Mr. McKnight. We'll be with you, sir. Position 13, Tara Snow.
Good morning, Judge. I represent Ms. Snow.
Good morning, Judge.
She should be on Zoom.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, yeah, hey, Ms. Snow.
Yes,
Same announcement, pretrial, Judge.
okay. Good morning, Ms. Snow. If you'll just hold for us, we'll be with you. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Position 14, Alexis Usan.
Good morning, Judge. I represent Ms. Usan. Is Ms. Alexis Usan in court? Is Ms. Alexis Usan on Zoom? I have not been able to contact Ms. Usan, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll give you till the end of the calendar, Mr. Gaither, to raise her. If not, bench warrant will be issued.
Okay.
Position 15, Sanjaya White.
And I represent St. John and White. I just saw a message on Zoom. Should be present.
Ms. White, are you with us?
I do see him, Your Honor. His camera is not on, but he can hear. I'm sorry, he's not muted.
Okay. You might be having some issues, Mr. White. I know that you're here. If you want to leave the session and try to come back in to see if you can get better reception, we know that you're here and we'll speak with you. So,
And in the meantime, my announcement is pretrial in that case, Judge.
all right, very good.
And all my pretrials won't take long at all, just so the court will know.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gaither. All right, that concludes the Orca B status conference calendar. Let's move on to the final plea calendar. Position number 1, Christopher Bailey.
Judge, that's my case. Mr. Bailey, you present in court or you're on Zoom? I spoke with him yesterday, Judge. I expect him here. So if we could hold his case.
Okay, I'll hold for your announcement.
The
Position,
state- I'm sorry, Your Honor. The state would request a bench warrant if he does not show by the end of the calendar. As you can see in the comments, this case has been continued several times. I know that was prior to Attorney Gaither, but still, there have been several continuances in this case.
yes, Ms. Riley, a bench warrant will be issued if Mr. Bailey does not appear by the end of the calendar.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Position number 2, Daniel Briscoe Lott.
That's my case, Your Honor. That's the individual who's actually headed towards courtroom G33. Judge, we're going to request a jury trial in this case.
Bench trial.
Is that you, Mr. Briscoe Lott?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Let's see, Ms. Helen, you need to talk with him
Just a moment, Judge. Yeah, to talk with him, Judge.
So I'll just hold for your announcement. I'll note that Mr. Briscoe Lott is with us on Zoom. Position 3, Taylor Diamond Carter.
Here.
Yes, Ms. Carter. Let's see, do you have a private attorney representing you?
No, I was here on, Jamie spoke on the Zoom. I did get a video from my phone down and I said, paperwork, so they said I had to.
Okay, that's fine. So we'll give you the opportunity to see if you qualify for the public defender, okay? Someone will be with you. Thank you, Ms. Carter.
Where's the time? Yeah. Yeah, right here in the rear.
Position number 4, Amanda Charles.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Samantha Beskin Shimmer on behalf of Ms. Charles. She is here on the Zoom as well.
Good morning.
I was hired last night, Your Honor, so my entry is not in yet, but I will be filing that this morning. I did let Ms. Younger know as well. And I believe she was reset from the arraignment calendar for another arraignment today, even though it's showing on the final plea calendar. So we would just ask for a pretrial today, Your Honor.
Okay. And Ms. Riley, on the Orca B final plea calendar, which cases are yours?
I have through position 8 again, Your Honor.
Okay, 1 through 8. So I'll allow you to speak with Ms. Riley in turn, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Position 5, Robin Davis.
And Judge, that's my case. I just received an offer this morning from Ms. Davis, or rather yesterday, but I'd like to communicate that with Ms. Davis this morning, Judge. So I'm just going to announce pretrial.
Is Ms. Davis on the line with us?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Yes, good morning, Ms. Davis. Okay, I'll give you the opportunity to speak with Ms. Helen, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. Position 6, Gerard Ferguson. Yes, good morning, Mr. Ferguson. Ms. Helen,
Yes,
He's-
Judge.
he's in court with me.
He is, Judge. I've spoken with Mr. Ferguson. We're requesting a jury trial in this case.
Okay. Say it again, Mr. Ferguson. Did you hear that, Ms. Helen?
I did not.
He's another one that wants I'll let you speak with him. He's saying bench trial.
Understood, Judge. I'll
Okay,
give
so
him a call.
Mr. Ferguson, hold tight for us so that I can give you the opportunity to speak with Ms. Helen so that you can clarify with her. Ms. Helen, he's saying that he doesn't have a telephone.
I have a phone number for Mr. Ferguson, but I do have some attorneys in the courtroom at the end of the calendar. If I could use or have Mr. Ferguson use their phone number to give him.
Okay, all right, so
And
we'll,
Your Honor, I apologize. For the record, the state would object to a bench trial in this case as it is family violence offenses. And the state is not consenting to a bench trial. If
okay.
that helps the discussion.
Just so I know the policy of the state as we go forward, is it going to be the policy of the state to object to all bench trials that involve violence or just family violence?
Violence and DUI offenses, Your Honor.
Okay, so the state's going, so the state will object to all cases having a bench trial that are either DUI cases or involve violence.
Yes, Your Honor, which would include reckless conduct if a gun is involved.
Okay, so in that stead, Ms. Helen, we will place you on the jury trial calendar.
I
Mr.
will-
Ferguson,
I was going to say, I will speak to Mr. Ferguson and explain to him this conversation and also the difference between a bench trial and a jury trial, Judge.
okay, I'm going to release Mr. Ferguson as the jury trial calendars will not be until at least April in this matter, so that should give you enough time to speak with him. Mr. Ferguson, although you requested a bench trial, the state has asserted their right to have a jury trial in this matter. As such, we are going to reschedule your case for a jury trial. The first available will be in April. Ms. Helen will get with you before that time to discuss the case with you, okay? And I'll see you back in April. You'll get notice, okay? Yes, you're free to go today, sir. Have a good day. Position 7, Anthony Foster. Yes, good morning, Mr. Foster. Ms. Helen, Mr. Foster is in court with me.
I just need an opportunity to speak with Mr. Foster before we make an announcement, Judge.
Okay, and you have his contact information?
I do, Your Honor.
Mr. Foster, Ms. Helen's going to be giving you a call at some point during this hearing, okay? So she'll let the court know when she's ready for you, and I'll have you step outside to speak with her, okay? All right, thank you, sir. We'll be with you. Position 8, Gracie Hudson.
List of calls. I have a moment to speak with Ms. Riley. I've included, sent her a message from your clerk with my phone number in chat.
Okay, good morning. How are you doing today?
Better not observe.
You're fine. All right, so we'll give you that opportunity this morning.
At the end of the calendar, if Ms. Riley can call.
Okay, you heard that, Ms. Riley?
Yes, and I did respond to Mr. Patrick in the chat. I don't know if he can see it though,
I
but
can't see the chat.
understood.
Okay. Position 9, Denzel Idris. Denzel Idris. Does not appear that Mr. Idris is represented. A bench warrant will be granted if Mr. Idris does not appear by the end of the calendar. Position 10, Willie Jackson.
Judge, that's my case. I've already scanned and emailed the final plea document to ASG, Githea. I want to just check and see if she's received that this morning.
I did. I'm going to sign it and then I will forward it back to you and the litigation manager.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Jackson. He's in court with me, Ms. Helen. This is going to be a plea, it's my understanding.
That is correct, Judge.
Yes.
All right, so we'll take that plea whenever you all are ready. Position 11, Kim Lewison.
If that's my case, she should be on Zoom.
Is Ms.
This is
Lewison?
the case where we're trying to get mental health records. I talked to her twice this week. We still haven't gotten them. Is she on, Miss Lewison?
Is this the one that was in Mexico?
Pardon?
Is this the case that we've been dealing with defendant is in Mexico or not?
I'm sorry.
Is this the case where Ms. Lewison is in Mexico?
No.
No, it's not that case.
Here, with her daughter, she usually comes to court with her mother. We got several of those, but she's not, she talks to us and I've talked to her mother. We're not able to get medical records that were promised to me again yesterday and today.
Okay, so I'll give
What she wanted to the jury trial.
Okay,
As far as getting mental health records, I have not gotten.
okay. So I'm gonna give you till the end of the calendar to raise her. Okay. Position 12, Janasia Mahoney. Yes, morning, Ms. Mahoney. Do you have a council representative? Have you made application for public defender? Okay. All right, so we'll give you the opportunity to make application today, ma'am, okay? Someone will be with you. Thank you. Position 13, Justino Nicholas.
That's my case, Judge.
Yes,
I
Mr.
just
Nicholas,
received-
he's in court with me, Ms. Helen.
I just received a new offer for that case. I just want to be able to call Mr. Nicholas and give him that offer.
Okay,
We may have a resolution to that case today, Judge.
all right. And you have Mr. Nicholas's contact information?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Nicholas, Ms. Helen will be contacting you directly, okay? Position 14, Amanda Stamps.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Key for the defense. I believe the state has requested a null pros on that matter, and we have no objection.
Yes, the null pros was issued on January 31st, Your Honor.
Okay, I have the null pros before me. I am signing it as we speak. All right, that's done. Is Ms. Stamps with us this morning?
I'm not sure, but I'll let her know.
All right. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Position 15, Marcos Tadeo Panita.
And Your Honor, that is actually Ms. Gant's case, but I'm here to make an announcement for that case.
Okay, is he with us?
I believe so. He was given the link. If we could just sound for Mr. Pineda.
Okay,
Good
here
morning,
he is.
Your Honor.
Yes, good
Okay.
morning. Good morning, sir. Yes, what's the announcement, Ms. Helen?
Judge, I just scanned to, I believe Ms. Githia, is that the ASG over this case?
Yes.
The signed plea paperwork, in Mr. Pineda's case. I also, circled the NOLO contender area. I believe that may have been agreed between Ms. Gant and Githia, just to make sure I submitted correct paperwork.
I would double check, but I don't have a notation right here in front of me. I'll double check.
I would also ask the court if that would be possible for Mr. Pineda to use his NOLO contender area in this plea today.
Okay, I'll have to hear the facts of the case, and if the state does not, if the state agrees to it, then it's fine with me. If the state does not agree to it, then I'll have to hear the facts of the case and find out what his history is, Ms. Helen.
Understood, Judge.
Okay, so it's my understanding that's going to be a plea this morning. Is that correct?
Right, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Tadeo, if you'll help hold on the line for us, we'll be with you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Position number 10, Nadia Walker.
That's my case. I just wanted to sound to make sure Ms. Walker was there.
Yes, she's here in person with me.
Spoken to Ms. Walker. We've reviewed the discovery. We would like to request a jury trial in this case.
Okay. Again, the jury trial will be in, first available is in April. You'll get notification of that date, and we'll see you back in April. Ms. Walker, we're going to place you on the jury trial calendar, okay? All right, you have a good day, ma'am. Okay, that completes the final plea calendar. Is there anyone that's in court with me that came in late or did not hear their name? Yes, sir. What's your name?
Robert Berry.
Robert Berry?
Yes, sir.
All right. Say it again. All right, Mr. Berry. Mr. Berry is on the Orca Beach Show cause calendar. Do you have a private attorney representing you in the matter? Would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender today? Okay, we'll give you the opportunity to make application, all right? All right, thank you, sir. We'll be with you.
Hey, how you doing? I came in late.
Yes, hold on for me.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, sir.
Voted for the yes.
What's the last name again?
Yes.
Spell your last name, sir.
D-I-A-Z.
D-I-A-Z. I don't see a Diaz. Do you see one? Okay, we'll get your information, sir. Do you have a notice?
Yes.
Okay, we'll check and see where you're supposed to be, okay? All right, anyone else in court that did not hear their name? All right, now on Zoom, is there anyone on Zoom that joined us late or did not hear their name?
Yes, Judge. The gentleman that just spoke, Judge, his name is Mr. Justin Johnson. He's position 9 on the status conference calendar.
Okay, and you're representing him, Mr. Gaither?
Yes, I am, Judge, and I confirmed his contact information. We spoke prior very briefly, and then kind of there was a gap. So let me make the announcement to go and just further note this to the final plea calendar to give myself some time. I have some documents and things I need to share with Mr. Johnson that we're not going to be able to do that today.
Okay, the next final plea calendar is going to be on March 16th at 9 a.m. Does that work for you, Mr. Gaither?
Yes, it does, Judge.
Okay, so, and do you have all the information that you need from Mr. Johnson this morning?
Yes, I do. We've been communicating in the chat.
Okay, very good. Mr. Johnson, you're free to go this morning. I will see you back on March 16th, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Have a good day, sir.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Mr. Johnson, before you go, I'm sorry. Just before you log off, I'm going to put my number and email in the chat as well, okay?
Okay, cool, no problem.
All right, anyone else on Zoom that did not hear their name or that joined us late? Okay, yes, sir. What's the last name? Do you have a notice, Mr. Gore? Do you have any paperwork? All right, I don't see your name on any of my calendars. If you'll sit tight for me, we will see where you're supposed to be, okay? All right. Anyone else? Right. Okay, let's see. Ms. Riley, Ms. Gittier, where would you all like to start? I know that the public defenders in my court will be speaking with people. So you all let me know where you'd like to start this morning. When I put you into a breakout room, especially with the public defenders, if you will try to handle all of your cases at one time, I think that would be more efficient.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I believe I'm waiting to speak with Attorney Beskin Shimmer
Okay.
on position. Give me just, I'm not sure which calendar. Your Honor, but if I could go into a breakout room with her first, and maybe Mr. Gaither can speak with Ms. Gidea, and then I can speak with him.
Okay, so let's put Ms. Riley into a breakout room with Ms. Beskin Shamira.
And while y'all are doing that, what I'm intend to do, I'm going to speak with my clients in a lot of these cases first outside the courtroom. And then when I return, I'm trying to narrow it down so that the cases that I speak with the prosecutors on is absolutely necessary.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good,
All right.
thank you. So just let me know when you have any announcements in any of the cases.
Absolutely. Thank you, John.
Okay, and let's see.
I'm going to send that plea paperwork over to Ms. Moore momentarily, Your Honor, then we can.
Okay. And Ms. Elwanger, I'll put you into a breakout room with Ms. Riley as soon as she's done in the breakout room that she's in at the present time, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so if you just sit tight for me, I just wanted to let you know I see you. I see you there.
Thank you.
Okay, so while we accomplish that, I'm waiting on plea paperwork on a number of cases. Once I get that, I'll take those pleas. If there are any announcements, please let the court know and I'll take those announcements. Otherwise, the court will be in recess until such time as there are announcements.
Your Honor, Miss Taylor Carter.
Tell me what calendar.
She was on the last calendar.
Final plea, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Three, final plea.
You guys qualify, and I need to talk to the solicitor.
Tell me what position again.
Number three.
Number 3. Okay, that's going to be Ms. Riley's case. So she's in the breakout room. So I'll let you speak with her directly. Okay, the court will be in recess. Ms. Githier, did you need to speak with anyone?
I think just Mr. Gaither whenever he's ready.
Okay, all right, thank you. Do an announcement.
Hi, Your Honor. We were able to discuss the matter. I would be asking for a continuance or reset this morning since I was just hired overnight. I do have the discovery already, which is wonderful. I just need some time to talk this through with my client and look up, investigate a little bit further on our end, Your Honor.
Okay, that's fine. Tell me again.
It's
what-
position 4 on the Orca B final plea calendar, Your Honor. Amanda Charles.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, would you like to go on a final plea calendar or on a status calendar? You think you'll be ready for a plea if she's gonna take a plea by March 2nd or March 16th? So we have a status calendar on March 2nd. We have a final plea calendar on March 2nd or March 16th.
We can go in the final plea for March 16th, Your Honor, and if I need to update the court prior to then, I can.
Okay. So March 16th, position 4, Miss Amanda Charles, 9 a.m., March 16th, final plea. All right, so we'll see you back on the 16th of March.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's my only matter before the court. May I be excused and my client as well.
Yes, have a good day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll see you next time, ma'am. Miss Riley, can we place you into a breakout room now with Miss Elwinger on the status calendar, position number 8?
Yes, Your Honor. But first, if I can make a quick announcement on position 8 on the Orca B final plea calendar. Gracie Hudson.
Okay,
The state has not had an opportunity to draft it yet, but we will be tendering a null pros for that case. As Mr. Patrick alluded to earlier, the co-defendant, who was the actual driver of the vehicle, has confirmed some information for us, and his case was previously null pros. So the state would be amenable to null prosing this case.
okay. I'll sign the null process as soon as you get it to the court. Thank you, Miss Riley.
Thank you. And position 8, you said, on the Orca B status?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so if we can put Ms. Riley and Ms. Elwinger into breakout room, please. And court will be in recess until there's an announcement.
Got our number 12 on the Orca B final plea, Mahoney. She does qualify for pre-trial. Who's the prosecutor on that?
I believe that's going to be Ms. Riley.
Riley.
Did you say position 12?
Right? On the
Yes,
final plea?
Mahoney, 12 on the Orca B final plea.
That's mine.
Okay,
That's what I thought.
I need to talk to you about 2 cases.
Okay, so can you, Ms. Githier, let's see, do you have, how would you all like to contact each other?
I can give Mr. Raffoff a call. You want to give me his number? You can put his number in the chat, Ms. Redden.
Yeah. Oh, you got it, okay.
Okay. So just let me know when there's an announcement.
Number 3 on the Orca Beach show cause calendar, Robert Berry, he does qualify. And that's for pre-trial.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I have more announcements to make now.
Yes, Mr. Gates.
Sure, on the cases where I announced pretrial, I've double spoken with my clients and there's pretrial discussion today with the state. So I can have discussions with them during the off time so we can keep moving on the calendar. So I would like to start with the status, Orca B status conference calendar.
Okay.
Position 3, Ms. Nancy Borrelli. I want to just further notice that to the final plea calendar. I have some, and so the prosecutors will know, I have some documents on a zip drive now that I need to give to them as a matter of discovery anyway, that I received from my client, and then we can talk about it later. It's just no point trying to, it's a lot of documents and videos and that she is presenting that they need to, that they should evaluate. Okay, and that can't be done today.
So we have a final plea calendar, the March 2nd or March 16th, which would you prefer?
Let's say March 16th, because there's a few documents and videos and just want to get an opportunity to be able to look at it, because I know trial calendars will be
Okay.
coming up in
You're fine,
any
you're
one
fine.
time.
I do apologize. What position are you on?
And number 3, position 3 on this Orca B status conference calendar, Ms. Nancy Borrelli.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we will place her on the final plea calendar on March 16th at 9 a.m. Anything further on her case today?
No, nothing further.
Okay. We'll see you back in March, ma'am. Have a good day.
Your Honor, number 3 on the Orca B show cause calendar, Robert Berry. We don't need to pre-try that today. We just need to put it on the next final plea calendar. I need to look at the discovery from what he tells me. So
Okay,
let's go ahead and put that on a final plea.
Oh, maybe just status.
March 2nd or March 16th.
Makes no difference to me, Your Honor.
Mr. Berry, I have a calendar on March 2nd and March 16th. You have a preference?
16.
Okay, March 16th, final plea calendar.
That 16th